Okay, good morning. We are SSN 2B. Happy New Year to all.
New
Um,
Year.
Happy New Year. So, ganito ha. So, we still have two modules. So, yung module 1, ang gagawin ko na lang is isang activity, dalawang unit kasi to, ang module 5. So, since meron lang tayong 3 weeks before ang final week, final term na, week ng final term. So, ang I'm going to focus na lang is for this module 5, kahit naka 2 units siya, I mean, dalawang unit meron yung module 5, isang activity na lang meron at after that, meron na tayong quiz. So yung quiz nito, titingnan ko kung paano if I'm going to combine or give na lang kasama ang quiz for the module 6. Kasi kailangan kasi yung module 4, 5, and 6 is the coverage for your final exam. Okay, so meron tayong dito module 5 which is the mathematics of graphs. So isang module na lang po tayo kulang for the coverage of final exam. So yung module 5, so since we are going to discuss 1 hour and 30 minutes, so kaya na po talaga ma-finish ang module 5 for today. But don't worry, the activity for this is isa lang talaga yung maibibigay ko ngayon. Kasi para makover natin yung ating tawag dyan, uh, time for the final exam. Okay, so now we go to the module 5. Regarding po sa quiz number 4 link, I'm going to give it within today. So, it's either after a class or mga mamayang hapon pa ibibigay ko yung link kasi isi-set ko muna yung link na it will be available today until Sunday at 5 p.m. Okay? Yung quiz number 4 about module 4, which is the statistics. Okay, so module 5 is about mathematics of graphs. So, ano ibig sabihin ng mathematics of graphs? So, ang ibig sabihin nito is it's all about graphs that may combination, combinations in math. Kaya tinawag na mathematics of graphs. What is the relationship of mathematics sa graph? So mamaya makikita ninyo na pwede pala gawin mathematics sa graphs din. And it is a fun, there will be a fun activity for this. Makikita natin yan later on. Okay? So, I have already gave you nung last year, nung December, the link for the introduction. Sorry hindi pa pala na-erase to, na-change. Sorry, deductive man pala to. Deductive and deductive reasoning. So, i-change ko lang to So, later on, sa inyong pag-upload ko ng lecture, so, ibibigay ko na lang ang tawag dyan, ang link so that you will have an idea galing sa YouTube about mathematics of graphs. Uh, especially yung Euler paths and Hamiltonian paths. Galing yan siya sa graphs, mathematics of graphs. So, sa mathematics of graphs, we still have, we were going to discuss first. Kasi yung mathematics of graphs, meron talagang under yan siya sa graph theory. So, a graph theory is one subject. Pag kumukuha kayo ng mga masters in math or you have, major math yung ating course, meron talaga kayong magiging isang subject entitled graph theory. So, graph theory is a branch of mathematics that was developed by Leonhard Euler. Ang pagbasa nito is Euler. Parang oil. Ang itong ganyan. Ah. Nung una, akala ko Euler. Yung pala, Euler ang pagbasa niya. So, he is a Swiss mathematician who solved an 18th century problem involving the 7 bridges of Königsberg in Old Russia. So, it illustrates and analyze connections. So, paano yan, yung graph theory? So, for example, meron tayong diagram. So, this diagram represent friends that are connected on Facebook. So, parang graph siya, no? Pero, pwede tawag ng diagram, pero mostly, it looks like a graph. So, yung mga dots na ito represent person. So, ito si James, ito si Heather, ito si Juan, si Jared, si Lisa, and Amy. So, yung line segment, so we all know that line segment is a line that connecting two dots. Ito na yung line segment natin yan. So, ibig sabihin, si James and Heather are connected on Facebook. Si James and Lisa naman ay connected sa Facebook. Si Lisa and Heather are connected sa Facebook. Nakikita natin dito na walang line si James and Amy. So, ibig sabihin si James and Amy are not connected on Facebook. So, pag walang line, they are not connected on Facebook. So, that is the figure in a mathematics of in a graph theory. So, later on, malalaman natin, so ano yung mathematics of graphs? So, we will start first with the definition of a graph. So, ano ang graph? So, a graph is a set of points called vertices. So, mayroon kang vertices, which are the points, and meron kang edges, which are the line segments or curves that connect the vertices. So, yung vertices, yung mga points. It can represent people, animal, or anything. Tapos, yung nag-connect dyan sa points na yan are what you call the edges. So, edges yung ibig sabihin doon. So, graph can be used to illustrate huge connections such as social networks in FB, flight destination of airlines, simple community garbage collection route, or even the computer system connectivity in a school. So, ito yung this is the definition of graph. So, for example, meron tayong table. So, this table is a list of 5 students at a college where X, so ito daw X, yan. It indicates that the two students participate in the same group this semester. Ibig sabihin, si Matt, for example, si Matt and Amber are of the same group. Si Matt and Laura are of the same group. So, yun po ang ibig sabihin ng X. So, ngayon, meron tayo dito. Draw a diagram. Draw a graph. Wait lang ha. Klaro ba ako? Okay. So, draw a graph that represents this information. So, ano i-draw natin? Itong table na to. So, i-draw natin siya so that we can easily understand what this table all about. Kasi ang graph kasi parang mas magandang tingnan kaysa sa table. So, pag mag-draw tayo, magiging ganyan siya. So, what is Matt and Amber? Matt and Amber are connected. They are on the same group. Si Amber and Oscar, connected din. So, ganyan po ang mangyayari sa, wait lang ha. So, ito yun, no? So, this will be the look of your graph galing dito sa table. So, yung line, it represents that there are connections. Ito na yung X. Ito yung magiging guide nyo in creating the line. Okay? So, after creating the line, so, gagamitin natin yan. So, ilalagay natin dito para ma-answer natin itong tatlong question. Okay, so ano sinabi? Which student is involved in the most study groups with the others? So, ibig sabihin, anong ibig sabihin nito? It is the most study group. So, ibig sabihin yung may maraming line. Kasi most study groups. So, pag itong gagamitin nating table, pwede naman makikita ba natin kung ano yung may pinakamaraming X, which is nakikita naman natin obviously si Amber. Is this true? Tingnan natin kung marami din siyang line. Si Amber ay may tatlong line. Si Matt, dalawa lang. Dalawa lang yung line niya. Si Oscar, dalawa lang din yung line. And si Laura, dalawa lang din yung line. And si Kyla, isang line. So obviously, si Amber yung may pinakamaraming study groups. So your answer will be Amber. Yan. Ngayon, next. Which students is involved in the most study groups with the others? Okay. Wait parang parehas naman tong question. Okay, so I guess nalimutan kong i-edit itong question na ito. Ano ba na answer? Kasi, yes, tingnan natin I guess the question is list ito, list. So, si Kyla yung pinaka-least study groups. Kasi sinabi dito, erase natin kahit dito, makikita natin si Kyla ay may isang X lang. Pero pag sa ating graphs, we will try to see if si Kyla ang may isang X. So, we have Amber as 3. Si Matt naman 2. Si Oscar naman 2. Si Kyla ay 1 lang. So, obviously, the least study groups na meron ay si Kyla. This one, ika-third, ano yung question dito? Bakit si Laura? Laura's vertex connected to 2 edges. So, Laura shares 2 study groups with the others. Tingnan nyo na lang na i-upload ko naman yung ating questions dito. Iba kasi itong questions dito, wherein it gives us that Laura, baka sinabi dito, how many groups does Laura have? Ano yun? Kasi sinabi dito, Laura shares 2 study groups with the others. Ito kasi yung sinabi. So, how many groups does Laura shares with others? Okay? Yan yung question. So, may in-upload naman ako last year yung ating topic dito. So, just read it again. Okay? I'm sorry. Ginawa ko kasi yung PowerPoint kahapon. Medyo hindi ko na-delete yung question. Okay. Okay, so now we go to another table or another example. So this is an example of the 11 cities connected by Cebu Pacific Airline flights. So yung check indicates that the cities have direct flights. Ito yan. Sabihin si Tokyo may direct flights with Manila, si Seoul may direct flights with Manila, Taipei with direct flights. Yung mga may check, yun yung mga may direct flights. Okay? So, in creating the graph from this table, ang magiging batayan natin is first, ano-ano yung mga cities. So, ilalagay mo muna, sample Manila, ganyan, period, Tokyo, may period ka din dyan, Seoul, period ka din dyan. Wait lang Okay, so uh, medyo ipas ko lang yung aking discussion ha. Kasi because we have meeting at 9 o'clock talaga. Okay, so ganito. So, gagawa kayo ng mga dots representing ito. Yan, mga tawag yan, ano ba to? Cities. Tapos itong check, ibig sabihin si Manila and Tokyo are connected. So si Manila and Tokyo connected. So ganyan lang, gagawa lang kayo ng line. So after that, after you nakita nyo na may line si Manila and Seoul hanggang si Brunei. Ayan. So magiging ganito po yung ating tawag dyan, line.
Graph.
Graph, correct, Michael. Graph pala. Sinabi ko line. Okay, so next. So from that graph, ma-answer natin itong question. So which city has the most direct flights? So yung may most direct flights, so ibig sabihin yung may maraming lines, yun po yung direct flight. Marami. So sa obviously pag sa table, makikita naman natin na si Manila yung may maraming check. Dito naman, makita naman natin na si Manila naman ay may maraming lines. So, ibig sabihin siya yung mayroong maraming direct flights. Sino naman yung least direct flights? So, from here, nakikita natin si Macau kasi isa lang yung kanyang check. Try to see naman dito. So, we have also seen that Macau has only one line. And si Macau po ang ating least direct flights. Anong po yung pagkatingin sa graphs? So actually, since we are talking about mathematics in graphs, so meron po yung mga tawag dyan, ano yun, yung Euler path circuits and yung, So itong definition skip ko na lang to. Since it is simply naman, definitions lang naman. So I'm going to focus on the, Okay, so yung yung definition, so kayo lang babasa niya na because it's self-explanatory naman and it's also definition. So focus ko lang yung more on the mathematics in graphs. Okay, so itong null or disconnected graph, so ibig sabihin, disconnected, walang lines. Yan o, tingnan nyo. Meron kang 5 or 4 na vertices but there are no lines. So they are disconnected. So yung graph with loop, ito na yung loop. Ito yung graph na may loop. Ano ibig sabihin ng loop? Ibig sabihin, wala siyang kinonect na iba, kundi bumalik pa rin siya sa sarili niya, which is letter A. So yan ang ibig sabihin ng graph with a loop. Ang graph that is not connected, ito na yon. Iba yung disconnected graph and the graph that is not connected. Because in the graph that is not connected, it contains two graphs. The one graph, meron tayong 3 vertices na may loop. Another graph, 3 vertices na walang loop. So, and they are not connected. Kasi pag connected yan, meron siyang line dito or something na magko-connect sa kanilang dalawa. So, since they are not connected, so they are just graph that is not disconnected. Opposite din naman yung disconnected graph. Wala talagang makikitang line ang disconnected graph. Okay? Next. So, ito yung graph with multiple edges. Ano yung multiple edges? Yan. So, have multiple edges connecting vertices A and B. Anong multiple edges? Ibig sabihin, pwede siya dito, pwede naman sa kabila. So, ganun po yung multiple edges. Marami siyang different edges. Ito naman ang connected graph that has a pair of multiple edges. So, ano naman ang equivalent graphs? So, please read yung lecture nito na in-upload ko na last year, nung December. So, parang definitions na lang to. So, i-clarify ko lang na medyo, pero pangmadalian lang muna, ha? Okay, so, for the equivalent graphs, anong ibig sabihin yan? For example, sinabi dito, itong tatlo are equivalent. Bakit equivalent? Ang equivalent graphs, ibig sabihin, if B is connected to A, to C, to E, to D, dapat sa kabila, connected din si B sa A, sa D, sa C, sa E. And kahit magkaiba yung kanilang graph, pero ang importante is tingnan ninyo if parehas ba ang kanilang connection. Dapat pag hindi connected si, for example, si C hindi connected sa D. So dapat dito sa kabila, hindi connected si C sa D. Tingnan nyo, hindi siya connected sa C. Si C, walang line connected sa D. Dapat kung mayroon siyang connected ganyan, so hindi siya equivalent graphs. The same lang din dito is this equivalent graphs. Sinabi naman is equivalent graphs daw itong dalawa. So tingnan natin. Is E connected D, C, A, B. Connected naman si C sa B, C sa E, C sa D, and E sa C. Is D connected sa B? Tingnan natin kung connected ba si D sa B. Meron siyang line. Correct. Is C connected sa A? Meron namang nakikitang C and A connected. So, hence this is equivalent. So, ganyan po yung pagtingin sa equivalent graphs. Yung complete graphs naman, yan yung complete graphs. Ibig sabihin, you connect the graph, it's a connected graph in which every possible edge is drawn between vertices. For example, itong 3. So ito obviously naman magiging, kasi ito na naman talaga, kapag dalawa, ito naman talaga ang kanilang line. For example, itong 3 vertices. Yan. Meron tayong 3 vertices. So, nag-connect ako nito. Yan, ganyan. Is this a complete graphs? No. This is a graph, connected graph, pero hindi siya complete. Kasi ang complete is every possible edge must be drawn between vertices. Meron pa tayong dalawang vertices na hindi na-connect. Pag ilagay natin, complete na yan. Katulad nito. Yan. Incomplete na siya. For example, yung sa 4 edges, yan. Ito yung 4 edges. Ganito lang siya. Is that a complete graph? No. Kasi meron pa tayong ganito na pwede connect. Kung ganyan pa rin, hindi pa rin complete graph kasi meron pa rin tayong ganito na pwede connect. Kasi ang complete graph, lahat ng possible edge ay kailangan nating i-connect. Okay? So, yun po ang ibig sabihin ng complete graphs. Okay, so nandito na tayo sa Euler paths and circuits. So sa Euler paths and circuits, Diana, it is a closed path that uses every edge but never uses the same edge twice. So yun po yung ibig sabihin ni Euler's circuit. Closed path. So ano yung closed path? Close yung path nila. That uses every edge. I-use mo yung every edge, but never uses the same edge twice. So, ibig sabihin, once lang ang gagamitin mo sa edge na yan. Okay, so paano yan? So, meron tayong graph na ito. What will be your Euler circuit? Ayan yung Euler circuit natin. Okay, tingnan natin. We have a path B to D to F to G to H E C B A D G E B. So, ibig sabihin, it is a closed path because nag-start tayo sa B, nag-end tayo sa B. Yun po ang ibig sabihin ng closed path. So, start with B and end with B. So, since we use edge exactly once, wala naman tayong ginamit na pabalik. Tingnan nyo naman yung drawing ko. Wala naman bumalik dyan na mayroong dalawang line. So, ibig sabihin, this is an Euler circuit. Use edge once. You must use the edge once. And you must start from a single point and end with the same vertex. Dapat ganon. Mag-start ka sa isang single point. Example, kung nag-start ka sa B, end with B. You start with the C, end with C. But dapat yung beginning and the end must be of the same point or the same vertex. Okay. How about itong path na ito? As sinabi, that is not an Euler circuit. Even though nag-start ka ng letter A and ends with the letter A, pero sinabi daw, it is not an Euler circuit because we didn't use an edge. Kasi meron tayong hindi ginamit na edge. Pag meron tayong hindi ginamit na edge, ibig sabihin, hindi yon Euler circuit. Kasi sabi doon, lahat ng edges ay gamitin. Tingnan natin. So we start with A, B, C, E, H, G, E, B, A. O, na-close na siya. Pero how about this one? Hindi na natin nagamit ito. So, yun po ang that is not an Euler circuit. Okay, next. How about this path? Sinabi daw, this is not an Euler circuit, even though it starts with A and ends with A. Pero, gumamit tayo ng edges na dalawa, twice. Tingnan na natin. A, B, C, E, H, G, F, D, A, B. Okay. Ito na, gumamit na tayo ng dalawa dito. So, not an Euler circuit. So, yun na. That is the definition of an Euler circuit. You use only once. You start with and end with the same vertex. Kailangan dumaan ka sa lahat ng edges. Yun po importante kasi pag hindi ka dumaan sa lahat ng edges, not an Euler. Pag dumaan ka ng edges twice or more, not an Euler. Dapat once lang, all of the edges, and start and end with the same vertex. Okay, so yun po ang Euler circuit. So ito naman yung Eulerian. So under yan sa Euler circuit. Sinabi dito, a connected graph is Eulerian if and only if every vertex of the graph is of even degree. Okay, so titingnan natin if it's an Eulerian. There is a vertices where its degree is odd. Saan? Vertex C has 3 vertices. Ano yung mga vertices niya? Tingnan natin. 1, 2, 3, 4 naman to Vertex T. Anong ibig sabihin nito? Vertices where its degree is odd. Tingnan natin ulit yung definition. A connected graph is Eulerian if and only if every vertex of the graph is of even degree. Ano yung degree na yan? Okay. Let us see. Ay, sorry. So, ito, tignan natin nga kasi baka nagkamali na naman ako ng pagsulat. Okay. Wait lang. Kasi connect naman ito. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, let this one, itong is, how come naging vertex C has 3? We have 4. Baka mali itong aking drawing. So, I'm going to pass this first muna ha, kasi may question siya dito. So, continue ko lang itong dalawa. So, babalikan ko to by next meeting natin regarding this one, okay? Kasi hindi naman to, ang vertex C and vertex D has 3. Baka ito, pag wala ito, I guess the drawing is not correct. Dapat kasi pag wala ito, this one, erase natin ito. Yan, baka ito yon. Pag ganito ang drawing, so obviously, si C and D has 3 vertex. So, meron kasi, pag meron siyang odd degree, ano ang degree na odd? Ang degree na to is the how many vertices does the point have. So, kasi ang alam ko baka ito, walang tong line. So we have letter C, vertex C has 3 degree, and also with the vertex D has 3 degree. Since the degree of the two vertices is odd, so wala po tayong, this is not Eulerian, therefore, wala po tayong Euler circuit. So yun po yung theorem ng Eulerian. Pag makita na natin na merong vertex na odd, automatic walang Euler circuit. Pero pag Eulerian yan, wherein each of the vertices has an even degree, therefore, there will be an Euler circuit for that kasi Eulerian siya. So for example, this one, sinabi naman dito, the degree of each vertices is 4. I guess mali yung aking drawing. Wait lang This one, mali yung aking pagkalagay. This one is the example of this one. Ito yung kanya dito. Okay, ganito na. Sorry kasi, na-scramble siya. Wait lang Okay, so vertex C, tingnan natin Vertex C, 1, 2, 3. Vertex D, 1, 2, 3. So ito na yung, nagkamali yung aking drawing. And for this one, each vertices has 4 vertices. Yun na yung kinampo kanina. Lahat naman may 4. So ito, meron ding 4. Si A. Yung B, 4 din. Yung C naman, 4 din siya. So, all of the vertices have 4. So, even siya, therefore, is an Eulerian. So, pwede nating makita ang isang Eulerian circuit dyan. Pag Eulerian siya, automatic may Eulerian circuit. Okay? Ngayon, ito. Tingnan natin. So, si letter E, dalawa. Yung klasihan? Sabi man po yung klase. Okay, bye-bye. Sorry for that. Okay, so meron tayong 2 vertices for letter A. I mean, 2 degree. For letter E, 2 degree. For letter D, 2 degree. For letter C, 2 degree, and so on. So therefore, it's an Eulerian. Automatic may Eulerian circuit. So ganun po yun Pag Eulerian, automatic may Eulerian circuit. Paano natin malaman na Eulerian siya? It means that the degree of each vertices must be even. Pag meron tayong makitang odd, katulad nito, sana yun? Ito, katulad nito, meron na tayong nakitang odd degree sa dalawang vertices. So, automatic, wala po tayong makikitang Euler circuit for that graph. Okay? So, next. So, iba din ang Euler path sa Euler circuit. Ano ang Euler path? Ang Euler path is a path that uses every edge in the graph exactly once, but it does not start and end at the same vertex. So, yun po ang ibig sabihin niyan. Ano yung kanina, yung Euler circuit? Tingnan natin, ha? Euler circuit, closed path, use every edge, but never use the same edge twice. Yun po ang circuit. Ang Euler path, a path that uses every edge in the graph exactly once lang. But it does not start and end at the same vertex. Yun po yung path. So, path lang siya, pero hindi siya circuit. Kasi ang circuit, end and start at the same vertex. Dito sa path, kahit hindi na siya mag-start and end at the same vertex, pero gumagamit pa rin niya yung dadaan ka ng isang sa each edge at once. So, Euler path po yun. Not an Euler circuit. Okay. For example, ito. Ayan. Anong Euler path? Tingnan natin, ha. Ang ginawa niya is chinek niya muna kung Eulerian. Kasi pag Eulerian siya, meron kang Eulerian circuit. Determine whether the graph is Eulerian. So, tingnan muna natin kung Eulerian. Ito, even. Si C, even din. Si A. Si A is odd. Odd ang kanyang vertex. Tatlo yung kanyang degree. And so with letter D is 4. So, even. Ano pang add? Sinabi dito si J. Tignan natin daw. 1, 2, 3. So, we have vertex A and vertex J na add ang kanyang degree. Therefore, not Eulerian. So, pag not Eulerian, wala siyang Eulerian circuit. Pero it doesn't mean na wala siyang Euler path. So, kahit hindi siya Eulerian, makakita tayo ng Eulerian path. So, ano yung Eulerian path? Ito yung Eulerian path. Tingnan natin kung tama ba si Eulerian path. Wait, we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, D, G, A, L, K, J. So, that is an Eulerian path. Kasi ang Eulerian path, di ba, hindi tayo kailangan mag-start and end sa the same vertex. Tingnan nyo, nag-start tayo sa A, nag-end tayo sa J. So, path lang siya. Pero, gumamit ba tayo ng rules ng Euler? Wherein, dadaan sa isang edge at once. Once lang. Yes. Wala tayong makitang dalawang lines. Ano pang sunod? Ginamit ba natin lahat ng edge? O dumaan ba tayo sa lahat ng edge? Yes, dumaan tayo sa lahat ng edge. Therefore, it's an Euler. And it's a path. So, Euler path. So, ano yun? Pag hindi siya Eulerian, walang Eulerian circuit. But, there will be an Euler path. Yun po ang Euler. So, Euler path theorem. So, kayo na magbasa ng Euler path theorem. Ano ba sinabi dito? Aha. Okay, so since passing lang muna tayo dito kasi it's 9:41. So, habol ako sa meeting ko. Sige. Okay, so ito, passing muna tayo kasi yung activity nyo, we will focus on the Hamiltonian. Okay, so yung Euler path theorem, so pag may time pa, may next week, dadaan ko itong Euler path theorem. Okay? Okay, so ito yung activity example. Ito. Meron kasi kayong activity dito. So, ipo-focus ko muna to So, kasi yung activity nyo, meron kayong floor plan. So, may floor plan kayo sa art gallery. So, paano nyo gagawin yan? Ang sinabi dito, draw a graph that represents the floor plan where vertices correspond to rooms and edges corresponds to doorways. So, ito yung mga sinabi dito, vertices corresponds to rooms. Edges corresponds to doorways. So, ito ang vertices. Yan. Vertices corresponds to room. Yan. Ano magiging edges natin? Corresponds to doorway. So, meron tayo dito. Yan. Yan na lang edges. Yan. Yung edges is the doorway. Yan. So, magiging ganyan yung ating graph. Yan, ganyan. So, nandyan yung graph. Mas maganda yung drawing niya kaysa yung ginawa ko. Okay? So, ganyan yung magiging graphs nyo. Sinabi dito, is it possible to take a stroll that passes through every doorway without going through the same doorway twice? So, ibig sabihin, same doorway is the line. Twice. So, ibig sabihin, that is an Euler. So, ano ba sinabi? Is this an Euler path or an Euler circuit? Does it matter whether we return to the starting point? So, ibig sabihin, mayroon ba tayong makikitang Euler path? Kung meron man, mayroon ba di tayong makikitang Euler circuit? So, ganyan. Kasi, kailangan bang, sinabi does it matter whether we return? So, ibig sabihin, babalik kayo sa starting point. So, that is an Euler circuit. So, sinabi, anong answer? So, tingnan natin C to B to A to F to B to F. Balik dito. Then, C, D, E, F, D. So, this is an Euler path. We use the edge once. We use all of the edges, but we don't start with the same, start and end with the same vertex. Euler path lang siya. Possible ba may Euler circuit? So, titingnan natin kung may Euler circuit. So, ang kailangan, tingnan mo kung lahat ba sila ay may even edges. I mean, even degrees. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So, even. 1, 2, 3. So, meron tayong add vertices, add degrees, which is the vertex A. Hence, there is no Euler circuit kasi hindi siya Eulerian. So, yun na natin kailangan. So, answer natin, does it matter whether we return to the starting point? No. Hindi na natin kailangan pang bumalik sa starting point kasi wala siyang circuit. Okay? So, meron lang tayong path. So, that is what you're going to answer for your activity that will be uploaded in your Google Classroom by Thursday. Okay? So, ang isang activity nyo, ito yung isang activity ha. Take note nyo kung paano yung gawin. So, yung isang activity nyo is on the Hamiltonian paths and circuits. So, ano yung Hamiltonian? What is the difference between Hamiltonian and the Euler? So, yung Hamiltonian, a path that visits. So, meron siyang path and circuit. Paresan din doon sa Euler, path and circuits. So, is a path that visits each vertex of the graph exactly once. Dito naman, si Hamiltonian, vertex ang kanyang guide. Doon sa Euler, edge. Dapat, sinabi doon, dapat yung edge ay once lang dinaan. While sa Hamiltonian, once lang ding dadaan sa vertex. Ano yung vertex? Yung point. Ito, line. Ang Euler line. Isang beses lang dumaan sa line na yan. Sa Hamiltonian, isang beses lang dumaan sa point na yan. Okay? Yun po ang difference ng Euler and Hamiltonian. So, path that visits each vertex of the graph exactly once. So, yung point, once lang. Pag circuit siya, ibig sabihin, you start, parehasang din sa Euler, you start and end at the same point. O, a path that uses each vertex exactly once and returns to the starting vertex. So, you start and end at the same vertex, so that is a circuit. A path, kahit saan, basta ginamit lahat, yun yung path. Pero anong yung difference ng Hamiltonian and Euler? Euler, yung edge o yung line. Once lang dadaan dyan. Ang vertex, yung point, once lang din dadaan dyan. Okay, titingnan natin si Hamiltonian. Okay, si Dirac, anong sinabi si Dirac dito? If every vertex has a degree of at least n divided by 2, then the graph must be Hamiltonian. So, paano? So, si Dirac, sinabi, ang theorem ni Dirac is, yung vertex, i-divide mo sa n divided by 2 para malaman natin na Hamiltonian ba yan o hindi. So, later, with the example, ma-expressate natin yan. Okay. So, yan. Determine whether the graph is Hamiltonian or not. If it's find a Hamiltonian circuit. If it's not, explain why. So, there are 7 vertices. Ano yung 7 vertices? Yan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, 7 divided by 2, we have 3.5. Ano sinabi ito? Since vertex A is of degree 2, kasi dapat daw ang vertex mo, each vertices, must be equal or greater than dito sa 3.5 na kinuha natin. So, since vertex A, meron lang 2 degree, which is less than 3.5, so nagdi-disagree ito sa Dirac's theorem. Therefore, the graph is not Hamiltonian. However, sinabi dito, meron tayong path na makikita that pass each vertex once and returns to the starting vertex. Meron tayong nakita. Okay, saan yan? Wait lang erase ko. So we have A, B, C, E, D, F, G, A. So check. Aside from here, yung starting and the end, kasi as one lang man yan. So tingnan nyo dito sa loob kung gumamit lang ba tayo ng isang vertex. Isang letter lang. We have B, C, E, D, F, G. So ibig sabihin, one vertex lang and lahat naman ay ginamit yung, lahat naman ay dumaan tayo sa vertex. Hindi na kailangan na, baka sabihin nyo, ma'am, hindi ito ginamit mo. Hindi na tayo dumaan dito. So it doesn't mean ay hindi yang circuit. No. Kasi Hamiltonian na po tayo. Ibig sabihin, ang importante is dumaan tayo sa lahat ng point. Hindi na importante dito na dumaan tayo sa lahat ng line. Doon yun sa Euler. Ang Euler, lahat ng line kailangan idaan. Hamiltonian, ang lahat ng point ay kailangan idaan. Okay? Point dito, point. So ngayon, sinabi dito sa class, the graph is an Hamiltonian circuit. Yes, this is an Hamiltonian circuit. So this means that pag sinabing merong kasing time na dapat nating double check si Dirac's theorem. Kasi pag sinabi na vertex is of degree 2 less than, so hindi na siya Hamiltonian. Pero nung pag-check ninyo, pag gumawa na kayo ng line, nakita nyo na may nakita kayong Hamiltonian circuit. So, please, minsan kasi, itong si Dirac's theorem ay hindi siya true to all graphs. So, you need to do double check ang pagkagawa niyan. Unlike yung sa Euler theorem, wala namang sinabi na hindi siya lahat true sa mga graphs. Dito lang talaga sa Dirac's, meron siyang graphs na hindi true kay Dirac's theorem. Okay? So ngayon, next. Ito yung ating graphs. So we will going to apply Dirac's theorem to verify that the graph is Hamiltonian. Then find a Hamiltonian circuit. Okay, so there are 10 vertices. So 10 over 2 is equals to 5. So ibig sabihin, pag na-agree to sa Dirac's theorem, so mag-create na tayo ng circuit. Pag hindi siya nag-agree sa Dirac's theorem, try nyo na lang din gumawa ng Hamiltonian circuit. Kasi minsan kasi, nagsasabi na hindi siya Hamiltonian si Dirac's, pero meron kang makitang na circuit na magagawa from this graph. Okay? So, since we have 10 vertices, so we have divide 2, so meron tayong 5. So, to agree with Dirac's theorem, dapat yung each vertices is equal or greater than the 5. So, since nakita natin na si Tokyo has 5 degree, Manila has 9, so lahat ng mga cities are equal and greater than 5. Therefore, meron, that graph is Hamiltonian. So, ang nakita nating circuit ay this one. So, kayo na ang magka-count niya na ang mga circuits dito para ma-practice nyo din kung paano nakuha itong Hamiltonian circuit. Okay? Time check, 9:54. So, I'm going to try to stop at 10 or mga 10:10 para makahabol ako sa meeting ha. Pasensya na muna ngayon. Okay, so ito yung ating second activity. So, bale, may ibabagay akong activity. One lang, isang activity lang yun, pero 2 parts siya. Yung isa, yung kanina na tinuruan ko sa inyo, yung doorway. At isa, yung ito, yung greedy algorithm and the edge-picking algorithm. So, ito ay greedy and edge-picking algorithm. Maganda itong activity because you're going to have enjoyment. Mag-enjoy kayo. You're going to have fun in doing this activity. Baka magdududa kayo, paano magiging fun yan? Math naman yan. Tingnan nyo mamaya. Medyo exciting ang activity. Okay. Ang greedy and edge picking, so kayo na magbabasa niya na kasi mas easy kasi explain yung greedy and edge picking through an example. Pero if you want to read what are the difference between the two, yung procedures nila, so na-upload ko naman yung lecture nito. So, just read na lang po, okay? Okay, so we have here. So, ito yung ating graphs from here. So, Aaron, Bell, Carol, Donna, Eric, and Faye are best of friends. So, the figure on the next page, on the side, shows the distances from a friend's place. Ito yung distance nila, 13, 3, 8, 5, 7, 12 kilometers. Yan po yung mga distance nila. Yung nakikita nating line. Number sa line. Yan po yung distance. So, if Aaron wants to visit each of his friends, so sito si Aaron, exactly once, what is the shortest route that he must take? So, sinabi, magbibisit siya sa each of his friends. So, lahat ng friends niya, ibibisit niya ng shortest route. So, since friends are the vertices, ito yung ginagamit natin ay Hamiltonian. So, Hamiltonian, isang friends lang ang bibisitahin. I mean, once lang bibisitahin mo ang friends na yan, pero lahat sila ay gagamitin mo. Pero, since we're going to use the weighted graphs, so we're going to use the shortest route. So, in getting the shortest route, we can use the greedy algorithm or the edge-picking algorithm. So, anong difference ng greedy and the edge? So, yan ang greedy. Ha? Ano, join with a code. Kapag ka tayo.
Hindi, ako parang bilang ulit. Lakalagin pa siyempre. Hindi ka na. Hindi ka lagi niya siyempre. Hindi tayo.
Sino si kasali Akil? Kasi Akil join previous.
Di ba, no?
Ano sabi? Okay, so anong greedy? Ang greedy is pag sinabi niya mag-start ka sa Aaron. So start ka kay Aaron. Okay, nandito na ako kay Aaron. Ngayon, which of the vertices merong pinakamaliit na number? Kasi shortest route na eh. Ano yung pinakamaliit? Itong 1. So, mag-start ako sa 1. O, tanungin nyo, ma'am, bakit ang 1? O, tingnan nyo, yung connection niya dito kay Fe is 12. Yung dito kay Eric naman is 5. And dito kay Carol is 13. Dito kay Donna is 4. So, ang pinakamaliit is 1. So, hindi na natin kailangan to. Yan. Next. From Bell, what is the shortest route? We have 11. We have 2. Hindi na muna babalik tayo dito ha. Hindi na natin kailangan tong si 1 kasi galing tayo doon. We have 15. We have 10. So ano ang sunod? We have 2. So si 2 ang gamitin natin. So yan. Punta kay Carol. So kay Carol, 13. 7, 3, and 8. So, which is the, yung pinaka mababa, yung 3. So, erase natin. Ay. So, ganyan po yung greedy, ah. From the point, tingnan nyo yung pinakamaliit. So, we have the 4. We have the 10. We have the 14. We have the 9. So, ang maliit is 4. Pero pag kukunin ko si 4, close na. Pero hindi pa ako dumaan kay Fe and Eric. Therefore, si 4, hindi mo kakainin. Kaya nga greedy, kakainin. So, anong sunod sa 4? Ang sunod sa 4 is 9. So, erase natin. Yan. So, pupunta tayo kay Eric. After kay Eric, we have 15, 6, and 8. Obviously, kakaanin sa 6. After kay, yan natin, kinain naman natin si Carol, Eric, Donna, Bell. So, we don't have choice kahit maliit ang kay Bell, kundi pupunta na tayo kay Aaron. Kasi tapos na tayo sa lahat ng friends niya. Hindi na natin kailangan pang balikan. After that, ano mangyayari? Lahat ng dinaanan natin, ika-count natin. Yan. Aaron, Bell, Carol, Donna, Eric, Fe to Aaron. So we have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 9 plus 16 plus 12. We have 33 kilometers. Kailangan para bisitahin lahat ng friends niya. And that is the shortest route. And this is a greedy algorithm. Ano yung edge-picking algorithm? Ayan. Sa edge-picking tayo. Paano ang edge picking? Sa edge picking, ang gagawin natin is, titingnan natin yung pinakamaliit na route. So we have 1. Hindi na natin kailangan pa mag-start kay Aaron. Later na natin i-start yan. Unlike yung sa greedy, pag sinabing Aaron, doon ka sa Aaron, tapos tingnan mo kung ano yung pinakamaliit. Dito sa edge picking, tingnan mo muna yung pinakamaliit na edge. Kaya nga sinawag na pick edge. Edge picking. 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, we have 5, we have 6. Okay, pag kinuha natin si 1, okay siya. Pag kunin natin si 2, okay naman. Pag kukunin natin si 3, pwede pa kasi hindi pa nag-close. Pwede man natin kunin si 4? No, kasi pupunta na siya kay Aaron. Magko-close na siya. O, tingnan nyo, magpo-close na siya. So, dito kasama. Pwede man natin kunin si 5. Ang susunod kasi si 5. So, we will try kunin si 5. Yan. Ano pa sunod? Pwede ba natin kunin si 6? Kasi sunod sa 5 is 6. Yan. Kunin na natin si 6. Na-close na ba? Wala pa. So, para ma-close siya, wala tayong magagawa kundi kunin si Fe and Donna. Tignan nyo, na-close na ba? So, we have here, yan, 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 and ito. Okay, so we have Aaron, 2, Belle, 2, Carol, 2, Donna, 2, Fe, 2, Eric, and 2, Aaron. O, tingnan natin. Add natin. So, we have 1 plus 2 plus 3. So, after natin ma-pick yung edge, dito na tayo gagawin yung mag-start kay Aaron and mag-end kay Aaron. Okay? So, nag-start ako kay Aaron, tapos nag-end kay Aaron. Okay, so we have, please ko muna. So, nag-start tayo kay Aaron to Belle, to Carol, to Donna, to Fe, to Eric, to Aaron. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 14, plus 6, plus 5. So, ano magiging answer natin dyan? So, we have 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 14, plus 6, plus 5. So, we have 31. So, sino ang pinakamaliit? Si greedy ba na 33 or si edge picking na 31 kilometers? So, nakita natin na si edge picking ay mas maganda siya kaysa sa greedy. Minsan kasi si greedy lumalabas din mas maliit. So, nakita natin na si edge picking ay mas maliit yung kilometers niya. So, this is the shortest route. So, if Aaron's want, what is the shortest route? So, sasabihin natin, the shortest route, ito yung magiging answers natin sa activity. The shortest route is 31 kilometers through edge picking algorithm. Ganyan, sabihin natin, the shortest route is 31 kilometers through edge picking algorithm. So, ganun. Kasi si edge picking kasi yung pinaka-short kaysa sa greedy, which is 33. Okay? So, ay, mali yan. So, any question? Question pa tayo. So, yung activity nyo, ganyan niya, deadline will be on January 17, 2020. So, yung activity nyo, ito. Gagamitin nyo yung edge picking and greedy. So, mali to ha. So, gagawin ko na to 10 points. 10 points. Tapos yung graph, 10 points. So, bale, 30 points for the example number 1. Item number 1. Yan. So, sa number 1, gagawa muna kayo ng graph. Kasi 10 points yan. So, gagawa ka muna ng graph. Ano yung graph na yan? Ito. Bale, gagawa kayo nito first. And then, gagamitin nyo use an edge picking and greedy algorithm. Ano yung edge picking? Ito yung edge picking. Yan ang edge picking. Ito naman yung greedy. So, ano yung greedy? Pag sinabing start with Aaron, hanapin ang pinakamaliit na edge. Tapos, kung papunta na kay Bell, hanapin yung pinakamaliit na edge. Yun po yung greedy. Pero yung edge picking, i-pick mo muna yung pinakamaliit na edge, yung sunod na edge, then doon pa kayo gagawa ng line or circuit. Hanggang sa makita nyo na the shortest route is 31 kilometers using or through edge picking algorithm. So, ganun po ang gagawin natin sa item number 1 na ito. For the item number 2, ito na yung ginamit ko, di ba? Yung sinabi, ito yung vertices. Yan yung vertices natin. Yung room. Ang doorway is the line. So, gagawa ka ng line. Yan. Ganyan lang, oh, yan. Yan yung magiging line. O, tapos, ilagay nyo lang kung gusto mo, letter A ito, letter B, C, D, E. Para gumawa kayo ng Euler. Kung mayroon ba itong Euler circuit, kung wala, edi Euler path. Kasi sinabi mo dito, does it depend on whether you return to the room you started at? So, pag hindi siya Euler circuit, so sinabi nyo lang, is not an Euler circuit, so it will not depend on on whether I return to the room I started at. Mga ganyan. Okay? So, questions for sa ating activity? Question? Any question? I guess no question. So, ito yung i-upload ko during sa on your Google Classroom by Thursday. Yung quiz link, I will give it by mamayang hapon na lang kasi or mamayang hapon or by tomorrow morning. Kasi pupunta muna kasi mamayang hapon I have a class, 2 classes on your batch na yung 2D and 2C. So, meron ako class doon. Pero pag may extra time ako doon, i-upload ko na lang yung link. Pero pag wala, tomorrow morning na yung link sa quiz number 4 and it will be available until Friday. Ito, yung activities, ibibigay ko by Thursday. So, ang gagawin natin dyan is mag-graph kayo, i-drawing nyo yung, gagawin nyo sa isang papel, picturean ninyo, and then upload sa ating Google Form. Okay? For the item 1 and the item 2. So, ganun lang po yung ating activities. So, the other topic, which is the graph coloring, kukunti lang naman tong graph coloring, pero I need to ito lang kasi yung topic sa graph coloring. So, before I'm going to start the module 6 on next meeting, dadaan muna ako sa graph coloring kasi mga 10 minutes lang itong graph coloring. Pwede pa sana i-discuss ngayon. Kaso may meeting kami alas 9. So, ahabol muna ako sa meeting kahit anong oras. Okay? Kahit konti lang yung oras. Okay, so if no questions, please open your camera for the documentations natin. Okay, open your camera. Okay, open na ba yan lahat? Okay, so I'm just going to start to take picture.
Isa lang yung sinend ko.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, so guys, thank you for your time, ha. So, Happy New Year again. See you on next Tuesday. Next Tuesday will be our last lecture. So, just prepare for the quizzes. So, yung quiz natin, may dalawa pa. Quiz 4, quiz 5, and quiz 6. Yung quiz 5 is on module 5. Quiz 6 is on module 6. Then, prepare for the final. So, before the finals, meron akong ibibigay for you to recap yung mga kailangan yung i-recap. And some of that will be part of your final exam. Okay? So, if you don't have any question regarding the activities, so thank you guys for your time. See you on next Tuesday. Okay, bye-bye. God bless.
Bye, Ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you for bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye-bye.